makes that move here with check. Check is inferior because now he's gonna run.
He can get away. He can get away. Yeah. I got it.
You got
cut him off.
Number one rule.
Cut him off.
The number one rule is cut the king off. Help me out,
Gotcha.
Cut the king off. How am I gonna cut? I play here now. The king.
Yeah. There ain't no way. Ain't no way he can come up.
Back row.
It's over.
It's over. Yeah. The only move the king has is here, and now the game is over.
Ain't no way. He's over, man. Yeah. You're right.
Cut the king off. Let me hear you say it.
I'm gonna cut the king off.
Yeah. If you learn nothing, you are.
Let's learn that. Cut the king off.
Key to winning in chess is to restrict his moves. Well, how do you do that? You got to cut the king off. Now I'm gonna set up another position. Let's say you had. I'm gonna remove this knight. I'm gonna remove this. Let's say you had a queen here. What's the winning move here?
Well, again, you're gonna cut the king off.
You got to be careful because if you cut the king off this way, it's a stalemate. Well, no, it's not.
No, it's not. It's not. You cut the king off. He can go that way. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So now, okay, good. So yeah, good job. Okay. So the main rule is to cut
the king off.
So in this case here, you cut the play here, right?
Yeah.
His only move is he can go here if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to.
If he goes there, just simply go here. Now, when he go here, the game is over. Checkmate. So what am I teaching you guys? I'm teaching you cut the king off. Now let's put another position here. Let's put a piece here, and let's put this here. All right. What's the winning move here?
Well, we're trying to cut the king off, right?
Right.
So
cut the king off.
So you got to go to 7.
You got to say the square. Apple 7.
I would go to A7.
Apple 7. That's right. Now the game is over. Now, if he goes here, you simply go here.
Right.
If he go here, the game is over. Yeah, you go here. Boom. So the number one rule is cut the king off. Cut the king what?
Off.
Cut the king off. And who's that talking? Is that
Shirley?
Who? Is that you, Shirley?
Shirley. Yes.
Okay, now let me show you something that I did on someone that you guys can do, okay? Now this is, I think I showed this class before, but I'm gonna show it to you again. It's called smothered mate. Smothered what?
Smothered mate.
It's called smothered mate. Put a queen here. And let's put a rook here. And we can put a rook here if we want to. Okay. Now pay attention to this because this is teachable moment, and this will come up again for you in life. Okay. And when this come up, you'll be prepared. Now the game is over. It's white to move and win. How does white win this game? Let me show you. You play here with the word check. With the word what?
Check.
Now he can't go to Frank 8. If he goes Frank 8, McQueen will kiss the king. If he make a mistake and go here, the game is over because the queen kissing the king, the game is over. So pay attention to what I'm gonna do. So you can do the same thing. This is called smothered mate. When you put him in check, his only move is to go here. That's the only move. Then you put him what we call check with the knight. What's his only move? The only move he has is here. And then you play double check. Double check means you must move the king. He can't move the king here. If he moves the king here, this is checkmate. So his only move when I put it, let me put it back. His only move when I put him in check is to run to the corner. Now, what's the winning move, Greg?
Well, I would just move my queen into E8 and say check. Well, no, that wouldn't work because he could take with a rook. No, right. Let me think about that.
Okay, well, all right, Stacy, I'm gonna ask Stacy, what's the winning move here?
Queen to G8.
There you go. Stacy is amazing. Now, why she giving away the queen? So the rook take the queen.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking. Why would that be the winning move?
You see it? Look on the board and see why.
Okay, checkmate. Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Stacy. Stacy is brilliant. You hear me? Do you
Yeah,
see?
yeah,
Do you see how
got it.
she said that immediately?
Why don't you play a game with Stacy for us to see?
Okay, maybe we'll do that. Okay, but look. All right. So look at the winning move. Okay. The winning move is to give the queen away. You said, well, what? Now, can the king take the queen? Say no.
No.
Why?
But because it'd be under check from the knight.
Now, to tell people why. Say it's protected by the knight,
Yeah.
and the king can never move in danger. So the king cannot take this because it's protected by the what?
By the knight.
And the king can never move in
Into
danger.
check.
So the only move for black is to take the queen.
Right.
And the knight goes here. That's called smothered mate. What is it called?
Smothered mate.
Smothered mate.
Hmm.
Okay. Now I have a chess clock that I'm gonna get. All right. Now I'm gonna play somebody, and we're gonna play on the chess clock. Now, why are we playing on the chess clock?
Practice making timely moves.
Right. Here's why we play on the chess clock. That's right. We playing on the chess clock. That way, when you move, we'll know who's winning. Now, when you make a move, you got to hit the clock. You got to hit the what?
Clock.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's wait. Make sure everybody's in. How many people we got in? Okay. So let me go over the clock movement. You move, you hit the clock. Your opponent moves, they hit the clock. Your move is not complete until you hit the what?
Clock.
Now, if the clock runs to 0, then you lose. Okay? So I'm going to play somebody on the clock. Who wants to play?
Stacy.
All right, Stacy, you ready?
I guess so.
All right, now I'm going to hit your clock for you because you're not able to hit it. So let's see. Let's set the pieces up. All right, we're going to set the pieces up here. And then I'm going to play Stacy. But now I'm going to have to hit your clock for you. Now, what color you want, Stacy?
Oh, I'll take the white ones.
Okay, you take the white. Okay, that's fine. Unless you want to play, Greg, you want to beat somebody?
Eric is next in line.
What?
Eric ain't no joke, is he?
Oh, come on, please. All right. Y'all want a sacrificial lamb? Okay.
You know Eric ain't no joke.
Yeah, y'all just want a sacrificial lamb. All right.
Okay, well, that's a good thing to be, man. You're gonna be saving the world from their sin. That's what the sacrificial lamb did.
Greg is gonna get you now. Okay, so let's go over how the pieces are set up. I'm having a hard time setting them up. The queen goes on her color, okay? And white must be in the right-hand corner. So queen takes her color. So if the queen is white, she goes on white. If the queen is black, she goes on black. So this queen is black, she goes there. Rook's in the corner. That's where your house. I like what John Lewis said. Congressman John Lewis said, we all live in the same house. And that's true. So I'm leading people to growth, greatness, and God, because we all live in the same house. And I cannot be what I ought to be until she's what she ought to be. And you what. Okay, so I'm gonna play Stacy. Now, when you move, I'm gonna hit your clock. Okay? Now, I don't like this board because I'm seeing it in reverse, but that's okay, we'll go with it. Okay, so Stacy, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I gotta give you permission. Hold on a second. Let me see how to figure out. Let me see. I gotta find you up here. Find Stacy. Okay, Stacy. All right, I'm gonna hit your clock now when you move. So look, for class, this is gonna be my clock, class over here, and this is gonna be Stacy clock. over here. So Stacy.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. No, let me see how to do this. Okay, so Stacy is this your move, Stacy?
Yeah.
Okay, she moved?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so I move. Okay, so now it's my turn. So she hit the clock. I hit the clock for her. Okay, so now it's sticking on me. Now my mouse ain't working. Why is my mouse working?
I lost a pawn over here.
Okay, so now it's her move.
Look,
You
I
hit your
lost,
clock?
I lost a,
Did you hit your clock? Checkmate?
All right, let's start over, Stacey. Let's start over because Stacey don't have a pawn. What happened to your pawn? It just disappeared, didn't it?
yeah.
All right, hang on a second. Let's start over.
Need a white pawn.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. Because I'm about to get a queen already, right?
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So Stacey, it's your move.
Okay.
So it's ticking on you. You got to move.
Okay.
Good move. Now it's my move.
Hit the clock.
Okay, I got to hit her clock. Now my mouse is not working. Let's see. I go over here. Boom. I hit the clock. Now it's her move. Okay,
Hit the
good
clock.
move. I hit her clock. All right, now she's trying to steal my pawn, so I go here. Mouse. I may have to get another mouse. My mouse don't want to move.
Hit the clock.
No, she got to move.
So you
Yeah,
move.
she
So
got-
you, yeah.
Stacey got to move.
It's when you move, you hit her clock, right?
Right. No, well, yeah. So now she moved. I got it. Okay, so now I go here. I may have to get another mouse. The mouse not working. Yeah. Okay, now who moved? Okay, she go there. Hit a clock. Now it's my turn. I go here. I hit the clock. Boom.
Dang. Dang.
Boom. I hit a clock. Castle. I may have to get another mouse. The mouse won't let me move. Boom.
Trying to give her a chance, that's why.
No, yeah, it's okay. That's she cast. Okay, good move. She not through yet. She ain't completed her move yet. Your move is not complete. Right there. Good job. I hit her clock. Now I go here. I may have to get another mouse. It's her move.
Right, that's okay. Yeah, pin him right. That's a count.
You got to move.
Count, move the knight. Make it so take the bishop. Yes, lick him Ross. Yeah.
Your time is ticking.
Come on. They see that bishop. Oh
Yeah,
man.
that bishop
Okay,
out
now
there.
she's trying to
Yeah.
steal. She's trying to steal my bishop, y'all. That's
Yeah,
a trap
now
move. So I got to be prepared for that trap. She could have trapped my bishop and won my bishop, but I stopped it. Got on the clock. Look at our time, class. This is me and this is her. Uh-oh, she's trying to steal my knight. Hey, I don't care nothing about that. Okay, good move. I don't care nothing about that knight. She can have that knight for all I'm concerned. I'm gonna play here. Boom.
Now you see, he said she make him around. Scott come right.
Kill my knight.
From the long
Boom.
side.
I'm gonna kill back. Boom. All right, look at our time, class. Look at our time. Look at her time. Look at her time.
Time out.
Yep. But she lost.
Yeah,
Stacey, you
time
lost.
out.
You see that? Y'all see
Yeah,
that?
yeah, time.
All right,
So
and
you only
so-
get 5 minutes for the whole game?
No, you get 3 minutes for this whole game. But here's the trick, though. Here's the trick. Here's the teachable moment. See her clock ran out because she didn't move. You got to move. You got to move. If you don't move, you're going to lose. So here's the teachable moment. Sometimes not moving is a move because you lost on time. So what's the teachable point? That means you got to make your move and hit the clock. The move is not completed until you hit the clock. Now who's next?
Just before you finish this game, could you move back this pawn here, that on H6? Could you move that pawn back?
Yeah.
Yeah, move it back. Because Stacy had a move where she could have moved the bishop to
Here.
right.
Right. And then if I make a mistake and move this knight,
There we
you
go.
get my bishop.
That's what it. That's what I saw.
Yeah, gotcha. I'm not gonna do that though. I hear you. Okay, let's go over some teachable moments here. The thing I want you guys to remember when we play the tournament next week is that you have to move and you don't have to worry about hitting your clock, because when we play on the tournament, the clock is going to be automatically set up in the system. But let's give Stacy a good hand. She played real good.
Amen.
Very good. She's very good. Okay, so I like what Stacy did. She didn't move a lot of pawns, and she got her pieces off the back row as soon as possible. And you need to do the same thing. So let's go over some things that you can do to develop your pieces just like Stacy just did, okay? All right, watch this here. Let's put the queen here. And let's put the bishop here. Okay, put a bishop here. The main ideal is to use what you have to get what you want. So let's see, how can I do that? I can open up with a center pawn. If black make a mistake and do this, you take it. If black make a mistake and do this, you put him in check. Now, the king is in check here. Now, what can black do to get out of check?
Whoa, well.
No, you can't.
What?
Okay? When you in check, you
What
run, capture a block. So the only option here is available.
Put a pawn, push up a pawn. Yeah.
Now, what's a good move for black? For white here now? It's white turn.
Take the pawn.
Well,
White take here.
yeah.
Now, can black take back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what's a good move here for white? Can I take the rook for free?
Yes.
Yes.
Taking the rook is inferior.
Oh.
Because if I take here, the game is what?
Over.
So what's the teachable moment? Teachable moment is don't do the first thing that pops in your head. Your first crack could be a whack, and you can't take it back. So think before you act. Now, don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. If you take this rook, you will win the game still. The only problem is this is inferior because it's gonna take you a lot longer. If I do it now, the game is over.
Get it over with.
If I take here, I'm still gonna win, probably, but it ain't guaranteed.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I take here, this is guaranteed. The game is over. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go back and show you another little thing that you can do.
Can the king ever capture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me show you why. Let's say I have a piece here and I go check. What can the king gobble?
Yeah. Okay.
Queen.
Yeah. The king is strong. The king can take that. But now let me show you a trick though. Watch this trick move.
I've never seen the king take anything.
Yeah, the king can take anything. Let me put a knight here. Bam. What can the king take?
The knight.
Yeah, anything.
Right.
The king can take anything. Let me put except a king. It can take anything except a king. The kings can never touch each other. Okay?
But if he's in check, you can see he can still get out of check by taking.
If it's possible. Let me show you a situation where it's not possible. Let's say I have this position here. The king can't take back. Tell me why.
He'll put himself in check with
But tell me why I got that. But why what's holding the queen?
the knight.
No. What's holding the queen?
I mean, the bishop.
The bishop, that's right.
Yeah.
See this bishop here? This bishop is holding the queen.
Oh.
So let me show you another. What about now? That's checkmate too. What's holding the queen?
The
Knight.
Knight.
whatever that is.
Let me show you another situation. What about now?
Yes, still.
Checkmate, right? See
Yes,
that?
Yes.
What about now?
yes.
Yes.
The rook.
What about now?
King.
Yes,
See that? So as long as the king is protected, as long as the queen is protected, then the king can create checkmate. This is checkmate here because it's protected by the king. Now, let me show you something that's very powerful. This is very powerful. Can a pawn checkmate a king?
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, this game is over. This game is what?
Over.
Over.
Tell
Oh.
me why. Why is it over? What's protecting the king pawn?
The king,
King.
the white
Exactly.
king.
Exactly. So what's the teachable moment here? The teachable moment is when you in check, you have three options: run, capture, or block. If you cannot run, capture, or block, the game is over. So let's look at some things to do when you have the pieces. What to do? Some good moves. The ideal is to get all your pieces off the back row without moving a lot of pawns. Let's see how that works. Okay, so the queen married the king, got married by the bishop. They ran off on a night and they went to the castle and they lived happily ever after with 8 children. How many children?
8.
8.
Children.
Now, if a child makes it to the other 5, a pawn has 4 options. How many options?
4.
4.
Four.
Okay, now let's look at fool's mate because you need to know how to checkmate someone in 2 moves. If your opponent makes a mistake and play F4, oh, let me put that pawn back. If your F4 is not a bad move, by the way. This is not the mistake. If they play F4, play E6. If they play G4, which is the mistake, the game is over because you put the queen here and that's checkmate. That's called fool's mate. What is it called?
Fool's
mate.
mate.
All right, now I'm gonna show you guys scholar's mate.
Oh,
Want to see fool's mate again?
Yeah.
yes.
All right, if he go F4, go E6. If he go G4, the game is over because you're playing your queen to Henry 5 and it's checkmate. Henry 4
Is
is
that the
checkmate.
only way you can get a fool's mate?
That's the only way. And it's fool's mate is when you do a two-move checkmate. Okay, let's go back in slow motion so you can see it. Now, he can do it in reverse order. Let's say he go G4. If he go G4, let's play E5. If he go here, threatening to kill your pawn, ignore that, and the game is what?
Over.
Over.
Kings.
See that?
White.
It's the same thing because the queen is threatening the king, and the king has nowhere to go.
Right.
All right, now let me show you scholar's mate. Scholar's mate, and you can do this on your husband or your spouse. Play E4. If he play E5, if he play that, bring your bishop out. Bring your bishop out here. Oh, sorry. Bring your bishop out here. Okay, this is here, by the way.
Mm.
That sounds
Okay, now, if he put the knight here, bring your queen here. Now, let me tell you what black is gonna do. It's supposed to be a queen. Bring your queen here. Let me tell you what black is gonna do.
Mm.
Black is gonna bring his knight out, threatening to kill your queen. And you slide inside and the game is over. Say slide,
Slide.
slide,
Right.
and the game is over. Because the queen is kissing the king. What's holding up the queen?
Bishop.
Exactly. This is called an alignment. And when you in alignment with your dreams and your visions and what you say and what you do and what you believe and you put God first, you can move mountains. You can move what?
Mountain.
You can move mountains. No one's better than you. And you have unlimited potential. But the only someone can stop you is you. You are your biggest enemy. If there's no enemy within, the enemy on the outside can do you no harm. So the greater one is in you. Remember that. You in charge of this world. You can do this. Okay, let's look at scholar's mate. E4, E5, bishop to Charlie 4. If he play bishop to Charlie 5, play queen to Henry 5. If he play knight here, just slide inside, checkmate. Now, excuse me.
No, I'm looking.
Now, let me show you a trick. He may try to stop you, and I'm going to show you how to stop it. He may try to get clever. He may put the knight here. Now, if he put the knight here, you can't slide inside. Why?
Because the knight can take you.
Exactly. So what you do is you remove this guard. How do you remove it? You fake like you want this bishop here. You don't want this bishop. And when he take back, you kill the knight, he take back, and then you slide inside. The game is over. Say remove the guard.
Remove the
Move
guard.
the
The
guard.
key to success in all fields is to destroy your obstacles. If a chair gets in your way, destroy the chair. People, no matter what you do in life, you will have opposition.
Mhm.
So you got to figure out a way to deal with your opposition. One of the things that Abraham Lincoln did about his opposition is what he hired his enemies. And they said, why would you do that? He said, because you make a friend out of an enemy. That's an excellent strategy. Hire your enemies because they'll be compelled to do the right thing. And sometimes they won't, sometimes they will.
Mhm.
Mhm.
But that's a strategy. Okay, now let's look at another way of doing this. Okay, sometimes you can sacrifice your queen to win a game. Let me show you how I did that. I'm gonna show you how I sacrificed my queen. All right. Okay. I sacrificed my queen because my opponent, I played a move like E here.
Okay.
I played E4, and my opponent played here. I played here. He took. I took. I played check. He blocked. I took with the queen. He's in check. He took back. And I played here, and the game is what?
Over.
So I sacrificed my queen. He got happy because he took my queen. But guess what? The game is what?
Over.
Over.
Now, who can see that the game is over?
I can.
Yes.
You see that?
It's
He
good.
has nowhere to go. Now, when you in check, you have three options: run, capture, or block. If those options are not available, the game is over. In this case, the game is over. So I sacrificed my queen. Now, let me show you some other little tricks that you can do. I'm gonna show you how I checkmated someone the other day. And you can do the same thing. I set him up. My opponent played. Now, whatever I do, you can do. Nature is neutral. Get around people who are making good moves and do what they do. Okay, I played E4. My opponent played here. I played here. He took. I played here. He took. I played here. He played here. I played here. He brought his knight out with check. I played here. He went here. All right. I played here. He brought his knight out. I played here. He castled. Now the game is over because I played here. He went here. I took here with check. He took back. I played here with check. He played here. Oh, no, he didn't. He played here. All right, and then I played here with check, and he went here, and the game is over. Who can tell me the winning move? What did I do here? White has a winning move. Who can tell me the winning move? Stacy, anyone can say it? What's the winning move?
Knight.
Going to F4.
Who said that?
Me.
Not quite.
Okay.
Not F4, but
Knight, go to F6.
not pawn to F4, but pawn to G what?
Queen to G4.
Queen to G4 is a blunder because he will kill my queen for free. If I put the queen here, the game is over. I lose. But if I put the pawn here, the game is over and I win. That's checkmate. What is that called?
Checkmate.
Mate.
Now I like what who's that? Is that governor or was that who said put the queen? Someone said put the queen there. Who said that?
Godfrey.
Godfrey. I like your idea, but that move is inferior because the king will take what?
The queen.
The queen.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't know if you can survive this. He may can get a no, he may can still get you. But I can go here with check. Where would you go? You gotta go here. And I can go checkmate. So it's still checkmate. You see that?
How is that checkmate? And
Still
that
checkmate.
if his queen goes from F to G6,
He can't go to G6 because of the pawn.
Oh yeah, the pawn is there. Okay, so it's
So that's
checkmate.
checkmate.
All right.
But Godfrey, but don't do it that way. Do it the right way. Go there
Yes.
with the pawn and the game is over. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Because
It's
you
like-
may lose on time. You may have like 1 second left, and you may not have the time
That's
to do
true.
it that way.
That's
But
true.
giving the queen away still wins the game because the king is leading the attack. Never let
That's
your
true.
king lead the attack. When your king is leading the attack, that's inferior. That's what?
Inferior.
Period.
Yeah, that's inferior. And so here's the teachable moment. Sometimes in life, you will be at a crossroad where you got to think things through and make a good move. All I'm saying to you is make your next move your best move. And a lot of times to make your best move, you have to do the opposite what you think. Sometimes the opposite what you think is the solution is the solution. Like you may say, I may have to create a to-do list. No, you may have to do the opposite. You may have to create a stop doing list. Things to stop doing. And so that's the opposite. So sometimes you may say, I may need to keep what I have. No, the opposite may be I need to give it away. I gave away a printer yesterday to someone because I felt like they can use it better than I can. And that was a guy I was listening to my mentor. His name is Jim Rohn. He passed away not long ago. But Jim Rohn said he had lost $10 and he was so upset. And a man came up to him and said, wait a minute. Yes, you lost the $10. Yes, you dropped it. But he said, wait a minute. What if the person who found it needed it? And he said, oh, that's a better way of looking at it. The person who found the $10 needed it more than he did. So what am I saying? I'm saying what you have in life is someone else's dream. Someone dreamed they could have what you have. There was a man, he was upset because his shoes was kind of had a lot of holes in them, and he discovered that there was some man without any feet at all. And so he got happy. He realized that man's dream was to have what he had. So no matter what you have in life, there's always something to be thankful for. So I teach people to focus on what you're grateful for, focus on what you're thankful for, and keep a gratitude journal. Write down things that you are happy for. I was talking to this guy, he got arrested for DUI. And he said to me, he said, Orrin, he said, I really have nothing to be thankful for. I got a DUI. The judge made me go to school. I had to complete school. I had to take the paper. I had to take the certificate back to the judge, show him that, and then they let me off probation. I said, you have a lot to be thankful for. I said, write this down. I said, you graduated from court-ordered DUI school. So it's always something that you what? Graduated from court-ordered DUI school.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's always something to put that on your resume. Yeah, put it on your graduated. Ain't that right? Cynthia? What do you think?
Yes.
All right, now I'm gonna play is it Cynthia I'm gonna play? Who's gonna play me next?
Eric.
Play it, Eric.
No, you didn't.
Ain't play Eric? I gotta put him on
Played
the clock.
Stacy.
All right, who has not played me?
Cynthia.
Cynthia's not played you.
I'm
And
gonna
she's
put her on the clock.
volunteering.
No, I will. I'm not ready.
Not ready. All right. Okay.
How about Jewel?
I'll
How about
just show
Jewel or
y'all.
Robert?
I'll just show
Jewel or
you.
Robert?
Who say what now?
Jewel or Robert?
Jewel, you want to play me?
No, I'm still trying to learn.
Okay. All right. Well, let me just go over some questions that you guys may have. Okay. Any questions? Because I'm gonna show you another quick game that you can do and how you can win.
Yeah, I have questions.
What's the question?
When we go on chess.com so we can try to get, a little more practice in, is there audio the way we're talking now through these moves?
No, it's no talking at all.
Talking
You
at all?
pay people on chess.com, let your piece do the talking. Oh, that's a good title. Let your moves do your talking. See, my mama always told me that don't go by what they say, go by the moves they make.
Amen.
Because people will tell you, people will tell you anything. And you have to, don't go by what they say, go by the moves they make. And here's another thing, watch the moves they make. Because the moves will dictate your results. Let me give you an example. If I play E4, and my opponent play E5, and I play bishop to Charlie 4, and my opponent copy me, play bishop to Charlie 5, and I play queen to Henry 6, he may do something like this move here. Now, what's the winning move for white? Cynthia, what white to move and win the game? What can white do?
Take the pawn in front of the king.
Exactly. Now, what's protecting the queen, Cynthia?
What is that? The bishop.
The bishop. And here's a teachable moment. When the queen and bishop are in alignment and you kiss the king, the game is over. But the thing is, F7 is the weakest square on the board. What's the weakest square?
F7.
F7 and F2 are the weakest square. Why?
Oh.
Tell me why. You need to know why. Because they're only protected by the king. The king is the only piece that protecting that square. So if you put pressure on these squares, the chances are you can win the game.
F7 and F5.
No, F7 and F2.
F2.
I highlighted them for you. Look on the board. Each square has its own name.
Gotcha.
Now, let me just say this to you. And I learned this from a guy the other day. I said, man, that guy from Miami, his name is Hero. I said, he's good. He said, yeah, or wait a minute. He said, listen to me. He said, let me see him do that under pressure. He said, he scored 30. I said, he scored 37 points. He's good. He goes, wait a minute. He said, no. And they put no pressure on him. He said, when they play the Lakers, they're going to put some pressure on him. Let me see him hit 37 points again. And I realized what the guy said was correct. The guy didn't hit the points when they put pressure on him. So what you want to do is put pressure on these squares, because if you double tack these squares, you can win. Now let me go back. If I put the
checkmate before you go. Why was it better for the queen to take the pawn rather than the bishop?
It's inferior for the bishop. Let me tell you why. Because if the bishop take it, the king can step up. Step up. Let me hear you say,
I see.
Step up. Let me out class. Step up. Or I can step.
I got it.
I can go here or here. But if I do with the queen, the game is what?
Over.
He can't do anything. He's
right
over.
Again. So, and here's what I want to. I always remember this. No matter what you have to ask me the question, I'm gonna give you the answer. And I don't care how ridiculous the question is, because you know what? There's no such thing as a ridiculous question. Why? Because you get knowledge. And my assignment in life, my heart desire is to share what I know with others, so that you can wake up winning. That's my deepest desire. My deepest desire is to share what I've learned so that you can wake up winning. All right, now, so let's recap. The queen married the king, they got married by the bishop, they ran off on a knight, and they went to the castle. If a pawn makes it to the other side, the pawn can become a queen, bishop, knight, or rook. So let's see how you can win the game. You open up with E4. If he go E5, bring your bishop out. If he go knight to Charlie 6, bring your queen out. If he do a move like this, the game is over. Bam. How many see that?
Yes.
Okay, so remember, you always want to try to attack F7. Why? F7 is the weakest square on the board. Why? It's only protected by the king. So the key idea is to get all your pieces off the back row as soon as possible. As soon as what?
Possible.
Now, why is getting your piece off the back row important? Because the pieces on the back row are useless. Pieces on the back row is what?
Useless.
LeBron James cannot hurt you if he's on the bench. So you want to keep your people. You want to keep people who can hurt you on the bench. And so when Gary Kasparov, who's a good friend of mine, he was the world champion for about 20 years. He's a Russian, and he beat the IBM computer. And when he beat the IBM computer, he did it because he stopped the IBM computer from getting his his rook, and his bishop in the game. He somehow or another blocked them in. Let me see. He had a pawn here, and he had a pawn. He had something like this, where the black could not get his. Let me see what he had. He had something. he had something like, let me see, it was something like, he had something like that. And as a result, the bishop and the knight couldn't get in the game because he had it locked them in. What am I saying to you? I'm saying if you can stop your opponents from getting his pieces off the back row, if you can stop them from using their pieces, because when you can stop your opponent from getting their pieces off the row, then you have a better chance of winning the game. Now I'm gonna show you one more game that I played with, and I had the black pieces. Okay, I'm gonna show you this game so you guys can do the same thing. Okay, my opponent played E4, I played E5. My opponent played knight F6, I played here. My opponent played bishop Charlie 4, I played here. Now my opponent got greedy here because he can take my knight, and taking my knight is the best move. He got greedy and stole this pawn. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna try to steal his knight. So I activated my queen, and to kill his what? Knight. Y'all see that?
Yes.
And so he got greedy again, taking this pawn here, threatening to kill my queen and threatening to kill the rook. I ignored that and played here. Queen takes pawn. Queen takes pawn. Uh-oh, hang on a minute. Queen takes pawn here.
He had to move the queen if he was in.
Now, can his knight take my rook?
Yes.
If he take the rook, I'll put him in check, right? And he'll be in a lot of trouble. So he realized that, so he moved the rook here. I played here with check. He blocked. Now, what did black do? I need a volunteer. Tell me what did black do here? What did black do?
Take his bishop.
Like that. Take his bishop. But Godfrey, what do you say? Shirley, what do you say? Seals, what do you say?
I don't know.
Okay, let me just show you guys. I put the knight here and the game is over. Say checkmate.
Checkmate.
Oh,
Game
I
over.
see. Oh,
So
Checkmate.
here's what I'm teachable moment.
yeah.
Sometimes the winning move is right in your face and you don't even see it.
Amen.
You hear me? You have the $1 million deal, right? I was talking to a friend of mine. She's a nurse.
Yes.
They was finna hire this. They was finna hire this other nurse. They are $200,000 a year. And right when she signed the contract, right when they gave it back to her, she said, "I hate doctors." And they go, "Oh," they pulled it back and canceled it. She was there, right there, and got it canceled. What am I saying? Sometimes the winning move is right there, and you screw it up yourself. Because success is when opportunity meets preparation. And opportunity is all around us. We just got to be prepared to see it. Now, let me just put this knight back. Now, taking here would still win the game because the king is in check, and the only way he can get out is give me his queen. But that's inferior. Inferior means there's a better way. It's best to go here. The game is over. You get the trophy.
Yeah, can you call that smothered mate as well?
Can I call this what now?
Smothered mate.
Smothered mate.
No,
Yeah.
in a way, that is smothered mate.
All right.
It is
Okay.
smothered mate because the king is smothered.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's a smothered mate. That's just another form of smothered mate.
Okay.
Okay. Say what now? Okay, so what's the teachable moment here? Sometimes when you see a good move, sit on your hands and look for a better move. So in this case, taking here would still win because he's got to give me his queen and I'll be up a queen. But when you see a good move, don't take that move. Sit on your hands and look for a better move. Here's why. Your first crack at anything is never your best. When a baby starts to walk, his first time walking is not his best. Okay? When you first started swimming, or when you was in the NBA, or when, like my buddy Greg is a professional soccer referee, his first game was probably not his best.
No, not at all.
What? Did you make some calls you think whatever?
I made some calls that almost cost me my life.
Oh, they got mad?
Yeah, when you're doing, especially when you're officiating juvenile soccer, you got parents who will come there packing. Oh yeah. Oh
Hey,
yeah.
oh, so-
and if you do something that they don't like, they'll let you know, ref.
Well, let me ask you something. What about what if you realize you made a mistake? Do you have the power to reverse it?
It depends on when you make. Once you blow the whistle, okay, that for whatever the infringement is or whatever it is, and if you blow it to restart, you can't change your decision. But if you blow it and you haven't restarted, you can change your decision. However, that's always a debatable case. It's not like in other sports, the NBA or in baseball, where they go. Now they're trying to bring it into soccer, where you do what they call a VAR, visual assistant referee, where they go and look at the camera.
Okay, good.
Normally, at the level that I'm at with juveniles, we don't have that. So if I make a decision and I restart without changing that decision stands.
But if you don't restart, you got a minute.
If I don't restart, I can change. Yeah,
you can change.
I can make a change.
So let me ask you something. Let's say you make a decision and what's a jump ball in soccer? How can you do it where it's a jump ball or there's no such thing? I mean, how do you do it
that's
where?
a drop. We call it drop, not jump. Or drop
Same
ball.
thing. Okay, drop.
Okay.
So
yeah.
nobody. Okay.
So
good.
if there's a collision between two players and you need to restart because you want to deal with the injured player, you address that, and then you have a drop ball. You can do it either between the two players of each team. Drop the ball when the ball hits the ground, it's in play, or you can say to the player, to the team that was offended and had the injured player, you can say we're gonna let you kick the ball back to the other team.
I got it. Okay, now I'm gonna go over some things with you need to know. There's 3 things can happen in a game. You can win, you can lose, or you can draw. If you draw, that means it could be a stalemate or it could be a perpetual check. Let me give you an example what that means. If I put him in, let's say he's in check and he go here. Well, now let's say I put a pawn here. Let me just give you the scenario. Let's say I put him in check. He go here, and let's say I put him in check again, and he or whatever, and he go, and he keep doing the same. Well, what I'm saying to you is, if you make the same moves 3 times, that's a draw. So here's what I want to teach you guys. If you are winning, do not keep doing the same thing 3 times. If you do, it's a draw and the game is over. So if you have a winning position, do not keep doing the same thing. If you do the same thing 3 times, the game is over.
It's over. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, here's another way of learning. Here's another way of a draw. If you have this position here, if you have a king, okay, let me show you. Let's say you have a king, and he have a king. That's a draw. Why is that a draw?
Why is that a draw? Well, whose move is it?
It don't matter.
Because you both have just.
Oh yeah, because you can't get a check. Yeah,
It don't matter who move it is.
Yeah, you can't get it. You can't check with just one
The
piece on
kings
the
are
board.
bitter enemies, and they can't
Yes.
touch each other.
Because the only way you can check is put to be in
What about
one
now?
square. Now
What
if you have
about now?
another piece,
Yes.
it's different.
To draw.
Is a
Because
draw
a
still
knight-
with the knight?
A knight cannot checkmate a king. What about now?
Oh, a knight can't checkmate a king?
It's still a draw.
Let me write it down.
I never.
Well, hang on a minute. That's not correct. A knight can checkmate a king, but a knight has to have help.
Okay.
So if you have a king and 2 knights with great play, you can't get checkmated. So, but if you have a bishop here or a rook, the game is over. Who wins this game here? Say black. Say black.
Black.
All right, what about, let me show you this position here. If you have a pawn here and you have a king here, this game is a draw. Why is that a draw?
Well, let me ask you, which is the pawn is going which direction?
The pawn is coming this way.
All right. And you're saying it's a draw?
It's a draw because you never can get the king out of the corner.
Ah, yeah, I
Get
got
him
it.
out.
Yeah.
You know,
The king just sits in that, so he can't.
that's a draw right there
Right there.
because I can't go
The
here
king
and
can't
go
kill
there.
that.
Right. So here's a teachable moment. if you can, get rid of your wing pawn on the end, because they're not as valuable as this pawn. This pawn is worth more. You hear that?
All right.
Say location.
Yeah.
Location, location, location. A pawn on the wing is inferior because the king get in the corner, you can't get him out. Now let me show you another trick. That's still a draw.
Still a draw. Why?
Yeah, because the bishop is on black. If the bishop is white, the game is over. Because the bishop can force him out of the what?
Okay. But if the bishop was on black, it could be different.
Now, a bishop on black is a draw, because you'll never get me out of the corner.
So if the bishop was on white, if you had a bishop on white, what would that
Bishop
do?
on white, you win immediately.
All right.
Because you can use your bishop to get him out of the corner.
Yeah, and bring your pawn home.
He go here, and then you just walk your pawn on up.
Come on.
Yeah, just come on up. And then
Yeah. Ha.
But if the bishop is black, it's a draw. Okay, so three things can happen when you play the game. Now I open it up for questions. We got a few minutes. Any questions?
This year, I said
Any questions?
Yeah, we need more than 3 minutes.
When you play each other, y'all gonna have more than 3 minutes. The reason I took 3 minutes is because I want to teach and I want to cover more ground. I want to play people, but I want to cover more ground. Because when I played somebody last week, it took up the whole class. Now don't get it twisted. There was good information involved, but I wanted to answer questions and go over different things. When you guys play each other for the tournament next week, you're gonna have about 7 minutes each.
I think checkmate. A suggestion would be especially when you're playing on the clock, when you know you have to play on the clock, it is good to practice your moves before, so that you have like in football, they have a playbook.
Right.
And if you have your playbook and you know what plays to make, you have an easier way of flowing into the moves.
Right. That's
you
what
have
I
to
gave.
think about
I
a
gave
play.
you guys a playbook. When I showed you that stuff, that is the playbook. I told you things to do.
Right.
And I showed you a playbook. The playbook was open up here, do this here, bring that here, boom, game over.
But we have to practice with each other.
You got to practice, and then you got to fail. You got to make it okay to fail. If you, what you do, set a goal to fail 20 games. When you fail 20 games, you're smart. Now people say I have a goal to win all my games. That won't work. Remember I told you got to do the opposite. I want to focus on winning. Focus on, because the more you lose, the more you learn. And so what is success? Success is information. Well, how do you get information? You got to fail your way to success. Failure is weakness leaving the body. The more you fail, the smarter you get. Any questions? James, do we have an announcement to make?
Yes, I put the survey link in the chat.
Okay, now if you guys go to the chat bar and click on those 3 dots, it'll save that information to your computer.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
I need everyone to go to the survey and fill out the survay. And just say, hey, you know what? I never knew that chess had so much to do with life. Chess is about
That's true.
Chess is about managing resources. The opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is mismanaging of resources. Poor is just a reflection of how you use your resources. I was looking at what Mike Bloomberg, he spent $1 billion and lost. I'm like, what? So you got resources. I'm like, oh my God. And he said, does everybody know what Mike will get it done? He said, if you don't know what that is, I've lost a lot of money.
I have a question.
Yes.
When will your boot camp for the young people start?
The boot camp for the kids starts October 10th at 11 o'clock on Saturday.
Okay.
And you guys are welcome to chime in and say hello to the kids or whatever.
Well, I've got 2 grandsons who would like to participate.
That's good. And let me just say this to you. That's good. Sign the grandkids up and also tell them reward them for paying attention and being on top of the game, because we're gonna give away prizes in the end for the kids. The older adults, y'all don't get anything.
Okay,
Kids, we're gonna try to do something for them.
so it's October the 10th at 11?
Yeah, if you email me, I'll send you the flyer.
Okay,
It's best to text me though. Text me at 404-578-5278.
let me
If
see.
you text me, I will text you the link where they sign up.
Okay,
James, anything else, James?
That's it.
Okay, I'll see you guys Tuesday. Text me if you need anything. Email me. I'm here for you. When you win, I win. It's not over until you win. Peace and blessings. Have a safe weekend. Be safe. Be safe. Be good. And remember, besomeone.org. Please share that I'm doing a 10-week boot camp for young people. My message is heads up, pants up, grades up, and the big one, never give up. Your mind is a pearl. You can change the world. I'm a drill sergeant for greatness, and I'm moving people towards greatness, growth, and God. You can be anything you put your mind to.
Amen. Peace out.
Peace out. Love you guys. Thank you.